Hello children, today in moral science we are going to study lesson 12, that is Sri Shankaracharya, an intellectual giant. Okay, so Sri Shankaracharya is one of the greatest gurus of Hinduism. Okay, he is worshipped as guru and he is such a great leader. So we will study about him today in this chapter. Sankaracharya is one of the greatest gurus of Hinduism. Sankara was born in a very poor Brahmin family. So he was basically a Brahmin and he was born in a poor Brahmin family in the year 788 AD. Okay? And where he was born? He was born in a village named Kaladi, 6 miles to the east of Alvai, Kerala. So he was born in the state Kerala. There the place is Alvai and the village name is Kaladi, which is 6 miles east of Alvai. He was the only son of Sivaguru and Aryamba. So his parents' names were Sivaguru and Aryamba, father's and mother's name. His father Sivaguru died when he was only 7 years old. So in a very young age his father left him, he died. He was so clever that at the age of 16 he acquired a lot of knowledge on logic, philosophy, yoga and mathematics. So Sankaracharya was very intelligent when he was child only. At a very young age of 16 years only he learned a lot of topics and he had a deep knowledge on various topics like logic, philosophy, yoga and also mathematics. So he was very clever boy. He was very intelligent. He began to write commentaries on Gita, Upanishads and Brahma Sutras. Means he used to write about Gita, the holy book. Upanishads also means holy books. Brahma Sutra, that's books related to Hindu mythology. So he began to write things about these holy books. The boy Sankara decided to become a sannyasi. So what he wanted to become? He wanted to become a sannyasi, a saint. But his mother wanted him to marry and settle in life. So if you become a saint, you are not supposed to marry, you are not supposed to have a normal life of means people who get married and settled and have kids. This is a normal life of a man, but he wanted to lead a life of a sadhu, a saint, a sannyasi. But his mother did not want this. One day he went out to a river along with his mother for a bath. There a crocodile caught him. So one day, that time obviously there were no bathrooms and all to take bath. So he went to a river with his mother to take bath. And there what happened? There were crocodiles in the river and one crocodile caught him. The mother was frightened. Obviously the mother would be frightened when she saw that her son was caught by a crocodile. But the boy Sankara cried out, "Permit me to become a sannyasi and let me die peacefully as a sannyasi." Now, what Sankaracharya was very clever. He thought that this moment, if I ask my mother to give the permission of becoming a sannyasi, she would definitely allow me, and means in this way I can become a sannyasi. So he cried out, he asked permission from his mother that permit him to become a sannyasi and so that he can die out peacefully. The mother had no choice. She said, "All right, be a sannyasi." By the grace of God, the crocodile set the boy free the next moment, and as soon as the mother granted the permission, the boy, the Sankaracharya, the sannyasi means Sankaracharya, was all free from crocodile's mouth and he was absolutely fine. Sankara walked all the way to Banaras, and after he got permission from his mother to become a sannyasi, obviously sannyasis are supposed to leave their homes. They are not supposed to live in a house and lead a normal life. They are supposed to go in jungles and do the sadhanas and yoga and all. So he left the home and first he went to Banaras. See, right from Kerala, from south, he walked all the way to north in Banaras, which is in UP. There he wrote the first book that laid the foundation for his teaching. And there what did he do? He wrote his very first book, and there he wrote about whatever he think about life, and whatever thoughts he had, he just penned it down in that book, and he wrote everything in that laid the foundation of his teaching. He said that Brahman, the supreme, and man are of one essence, and that all people should strive to cultivate this vision of oneness. So he believed in oneness, he believed in equality. He said that as the essence of soil is one, it is one for all. It is not like it is different for different religions. In the same way, we all are one, and all should have the equal rights. Hinduism in his ways was full of superstition, in his days was full of superstitions and immorality. So at that time there was very much discrimination among the religions. Like Brahmins were supposed to be superior than Kshatriyas, Sudras, like untouchables were there. So lot of discriminations were there, lot of superstitions were followed at that time, and which was if we see to the point of morality, there was no moral values. Like I can go to the temple, you cannot go to the temple. Brahmins can drink the water of wells, while the lower caste people cannot drink the water of the same. So it was so much of discrimination, and immorality was there. Sankara reformed the Hindu society. So he wanted to remove this discrimination. He wanted to reform, means again form the society with the vision of oneness, where every person, all the people are one, equal. Shankaracharya had to face the anger of his fellow Brahmins in his native district. They boycotted him and his family, and because he was doing all these things for the oneness, for the equality, so the Brahmins were not liking it, because they thought they are superior to all other castes and religions. And when Shankaracharya was doing all these things to bring all the religions together, they obviously did not like it, and as a result they started disliking Shankaracharya, and also they boycotted him, means they stopped talking to him, they stopped keeping any contact with him and his family. It is said that during his short life of merely 32 years, he wrote 112 books. So his lifespan was not much. He died at the age of 32. But in his short life, he lived a great life. Although his life was not long, but his life was very big. Okay. So, and in that short span of life, he wrote so many books. He wrote about 112 books. He traveled the length and breadth of the country and established religious centers of knowledge and wisdom. And because he was a sannyasi, so he just used to travel all along the country, from north to south, from east to west. All the way he was traveling, and everywhere he used to go, he used to preach. He used to preach the people of there, and he used to establish his organization, and where people can get the knowledge and wisdom. He tried to redeem Hinduism and Hindu society from disintegration due to corruption, immorality, and ignorance. He wanted to tell the people that this society, this world is not just limited to this caste and religion, it is beyond that. So you should get the wisdom, the knowledge should be given to people, and they should be, they should come out of this morality, and corruption was there, so, and ignorance, lack of knowledge. So he wanted the people to get out of all these things. The world is not full of goodness, kindness, and love, but a man like Shankaracharya could make it better by his life and teachings. So we know that this world is not full of kind and good people and kindness and love. But if there are people like Shankaracharya, they could with obviously with much effort, but they would reform our society. They would make the life better, make the world a better place to be. Feel good about yourself and try to lead a good life. Do good things, speak encouraging words, and above all, use your God given talents for the good of others. So, you should always feel good about yourself and you should try to lead a good life. Not just following the discrimination, and you should follow the goodness in your life, and you should do good things in your life. You should speak good, you should encourage other people, and above all you should use your talents, whatever talent God has given to you. You should use it to do good things for others. So children, this is the chapter, and please go through the chapter, read it, and question answers you will get as PDF. So that is all for today. Thank you.